So you and I met over a year ago now.
We did, yes.
And when we first met, we went for a business meeting.
A business meeting? I love the business meeting.
It was a business meeting.
That was probably my best business meeting coffee I've ever had.
At the Trafford Centre.
We did.
To discuss full boar.
We did.
And one of the things we had in common was that you had worked in the corporate world for many years, and I am still working in the corporate world now.
I think I even tried to sell you some software.
Probably. Yes, oh my God, you did! You did!
I actually did. Who's your decision maker? Is it you?
You did. Was it email software or time recording software?
It was robotics, yeah, robotics and automation.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
oh my God, I forgot
just
about
getting
that.
rid of all your assistants and replacing it with a little robot back of house. Yeah.
And I was like, oh yeah, that's a really good
That's
idea.
a great idea. We've got none of that.
Yeah, so you...
But anyway, here we are.
Yeah, professional salesman. So you started Full Boar out of the back of your car.
Yes, I had a company car at the time, which was really nice, and now I don't.
And what made you decide, well, just take us through the first bits, like what made you decide to start putting more energy into that rather than the job you had at the time?
Yeah, so the plan was always to grow Full Boar, even from a part-time point of view, simply because it was something that I really enjoyed doing, and getting around the high-level people and training with them and communicating with them and forming part of a team.
Just to outline that, originally what were you selling? Was it protein? Was it?
Yeah,
it was. I didn't know you then, obviously.
Yeah. So ultimately, we just hooked up with Strom.
Yeah.
So I used to train with Rick years ago, who owns Strom. So the business was formed when I was on prep, and people were asking me a lot about the products I was using, and they were all Strom. And everybody kept asking me, "Can you get me this? Can you get me that?" And it soon spawned into this idea of, well, hang on a minute. You know, I can easily do this from a business point of view, and it'd probably be a bit of fun as well. So
when was that?
That was back in 2019, probably July, late July, early August. I was 4 or 5 weeks out from my shows, and yeah, that's kind of how it got going. I said to Rick, look, people are asking me about Strom in Manchester. Why don't I represent the brand? Hiya, Mark. Sorry. Why don't I represent the brand in Manchester and work it for you? And all of a sudden, Full Boar was born.
Yeah.
And it just...
And what were you doing as your main job at the time?
So the main job at the time, I was selling software and photocopiers. It was a bit of a mixture of both. It was very, very high pressure sales, but lots of fun because I was working in the centre of Manchester.
Yeah.
With a lot of high-end clients, which again, lovely offices, great view tops. So yeah, it was fun. It was fun.
And then the pandemic hit.
Yes.
2020.
Yes.
And that changed things for you.
It did massively. So being a salesman meant that I couldn't go out and sell.
Yeah.
Because of COVID. Nobody was spending any money. I got put on furlough, and I soon realised, and it was obvious to me, that if you're not generating any sales as a salesman, you're not going to have a job. So I preempted a redundancy, for which I then put all the energy, into Full Boar, which started paying off.
And what do you enjoy the most about what you do now compared to when you worked in the corporate world?
What do I enjoy most? The lack of bullshit that I now have to deal with. The lack of layers of crap. I get to choose who I work with, which is fantastic. I've got overall autonomy about, my business and how well it does. There's just no one there trying to control me, tell me what to do. But ultimately, it is in an industry where I have a lot of passion. And that's exactly why I enjoy it.
Yeah, and it's something that you've been passionate about for ages, and it's something you can see going forward.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't see my competing days as over yet, although I'm a poor amateur. I will have another crack at it. But it's just a lot of fun, and doing events and weekends like this, it doesn't feel like work. It really doesn't.
So when you started it, did you think you were just going to be selling supplements and protein, or did you envisage what's now happening with the clothing?
No, absolutely not. This has really evolved into something I would class as very special. The short-term vision was to have a business that was profitable enough for me to make a living in the supplement game. And that has, like I said, really spawned into something different and ever evolving, ever growing, and just giving me more drive and ambition to do more.
So, talking about drive and ambition, people talk about inspiration all the time, why you do something. What, I don't want to use inspiration, but what is your reason for wanting to do well for yourself, but perhaps other stuff? B, how do you see yourself in 5 years with Full Boar?
Ooh.
Small question.
I guess by nature, I am one of those people who just can't just accept basic, standard, normal. It's just, I've never been like that. I've always had other businesses outside of full-time job interests. Because creating something personally for yourself is more rewarding than earning any amounts of money in a corporate environment. You know, oh yeah, you got a bonus, mate, great, the tax man has it. But like I said, it's about creating something. And seeing people wearing our clothing is pretty mad. It's pretty mad. And the compliments that we get, and just literally being able to influence people's outcomes as well, because that is ultimately what we do. We provide solutions for supplements to help people perform better, to keep them healthy. And that, when customers come to me and say, I've helped them with that, and competitors say that, it's very, very, very heartwarming.
Yeah, because you also have a number of sponsored athletes and affiliates that work for you.
Yes, which is another...
Work with you.
Absolutely, work with me. And that is another fun part, because it's great watching the athletes be so successful. We do have a very high-performing team. We have IFBB pros. We have a real young team of bodybuilders, triathlons, Ironmen competitors, and watching them do what they do and do stuff that I can't is very rewarding as well. Because old, innit? Knees and that, joints and things.
Is that your favourite bit, working with the athletes?
Do you know what? I take massive pleasure in watching someone be successful and watching that journey.
Being part of that.
And being part of it is very, very special, So, I count myself very lucky.
And obviously, I'm here today with Loud, Proud and Knackered. With myself and Amber's got the podcast with both single parents. Amber's got 5 boys, I've got 2 kids, 1 girl, 1 boy. And we discuss issues around single parenting and stuff. So you're a single dad yourself?
Yes.
Single parent, sorry.
Single parent
with
dad,
2 girls.
Yeah.
So I suppose Full Boar has afforded you the opportunity to be highly flexible when it comes to seeing the girls, you know, spending time with them. Do you want to tell us a bit about that?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it just... You can make decisions on the day about your business. If you have the flexibility with staff, then it's very easy to prioritise your family when you need to. You know,
you don't have to book time off.
No, you don't have to ask permission for anything. You do as you feel, you do what you want, and you know, I would never make a decision that would negatively affect my business. But at the same time, kids come first. I mean, I'm fortunate now where I'm in a position where my children are adults, 20 and 15. So the involvement and emergencies become a lot less. So there's no nappies or anything.
The more money-based emergencies.
They're just, Dad, I'm skint, transfer me the paper, I'll leave you alone.
But you've been able to help them as well with regards to like what they want to do, going into their careers, business advice.
Yeah, I think that's one of the biggest things really that I've been able to influence the children on, is giving them an example of where I've chosen to do something that I'm most passionate about and then to earn a living from it. And I think, you know, getting that only being 42 now, that's all I am yet, is, you know, finding that at my age is, well, it's refreshing for one. You know, I've tried that many different things in my time, all based around sales, but you know, to actually find something later on in life that I'm most passionate about is, I'm just glad I found it.
When I was asking before about motivation, that's when I wanted you to lead in with the girls, but you didn't pick up on it, so. Well, that's probably not, because that's not the answer.
No.
Okay.
I think no. No.
Okay.
it's. Do you know what? I gave you the answer in terms of linking it to being a father, and that is showing them the way.
Yeah. And also, what's nice though is that you are completely chilled with the girls in terms of there is no pressure for them to do a certain thing, like go to a uni or follow a certain path.
They make their own decisions. It's really important for me that they learn from using their own brains, their own minds. They're not thick. They're not stupid.
No,
they're not. They do not need telling what to do.
Yeah.
What they need is time.
Yeah.
They need to try and taste different things.
Yeah.
And get to where they need to be on their own journey.
Get to know who they are as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Because if they do follow a path that someone else wants them to do, then it's not true. They're not living congruently, are they?
No, they're not. And also, there is enough pressure at school. Maddie is clearly part of a different group within her school environment that wouldn't be seen as normal. She's left of centre, without a doubt, compared to normal society.
But I was what is normal?
I know, But in Shrewsbury, where she lives,
well, it's a smaller community.
It is a smaller community, so it's out of the norm. Whereas you come to Manchester and it's just normal. Everyone's normal. There's a lot less judgment. There's a lot less of everything.
We didn't talk about specifically Manchester because you've got even though you're not from Manchester, you've got a particular affinity with Manchester.
Yeah, I've always had a little bit of a love affair from an early age with Manchester. I think from the days of skipping school to go shopping in the Armani shop. I can't believe it.
Oh yeah.
Used to skip English to catch the train from Shrewsbury to Manchester. When they had a sale on.
Such a long way to go to a shop.
I know, yeah, but it was the Armani shop. Why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
And when I was 15, wow, if you were buying jeans from the Armani shop, you were Rockefeller.
Yeah, and it was in the 90s when Manchester was rocking, wasn't it?
Yes, absolutely. Oasis, Armani, all of those things. Yeah. 90s Manchester, just amazing. I'd always had this vision of living in Manchester. Always, all through my younger days, I had this vision, and it's manifested.
So I was going to say, you basically manifested.
I did,
where you are now.
Yeah, absolutely. Strangely enough, but amazing.
Funny.
Yeah.
So to round off, where do you see Full Boar in the future? Or I know you've got plans, so do you want to sort of take us through what you can of those?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'll start by saying I believe we're very unique in the supplement retailing world, and the reason for that is that we only work with a select amount of brands, and they're predominantly, other than Redcon, British brands. Yeah. And these British brands who we work with, I have a special relationship with each of the owners where I can pick up the phone and I can get things done. I can speak to them directly about how they formulate their products, the evidence behind it, where they source their raws. And this is what really...
That's important to you, to know what you're selling?
100%. That is literally one of the most important things about our business, is that when somebody buys something from us, I know it'll get to that person, it'll have the desired effect, and we don't have any recourse from it, and we get a level of rebuy rate that is very high. Yeah. And that is our business model. And why wouldn't you want that? Why would you want to have a one-off sale of a product? Because this is the fitness industry, this is the supplement industry. Oh, we sell the best shit, we sell this, it's the best this. It's our products are excellent. I'm not going to go out there and say it's the best in the blah, 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 blah. I'm telling you now, if you buy it once, you'll buy it again. And that's typical of the brands that we work with. So, first and foremost, our goal is to ensure that the quality of what we sell is on the money every time.
Keep your vision in mind at all times, no matter where you go with the business.
Exactly.
I think that also makes you, especially with your athletes and your affiliates.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think what you see through our business, not only from the very start, quality with the supplements, quality with the customer service, quality with our engagement and content, but also quality in the athletes. And three things about our business: honesty, integrity, and transparency. And what I mean by transparency is this is real life in terms of the athletes and how they're asked to represent our brand. Is they don't always just use the products that I sell. Let's be fucking real about this. Our athletes will sometimes use other brands that I don't sell, and I let them post about it. Why? because that's what they do. It's real life.
Yeah.
None of this rubbish with these big corporates. Sorry, big corporates. They, you know, have particular rules for their athletes on what they have to do with posts, what they have to promote,
and that is effectively
fake.
Yeah.
In my eye, that is fake, and we're not about that. We want to be the most transparent business going. Sorry, I went off on a bit of a
it's good.
A bit of a one then.
Fine.
But in terms of the future, what do I see? I see us taking on a couple of more British brands to support our vision of appealing to more people. And that is where you come in also, as we are well aware. So Nadia is going to come into our business.
As the brains.
As the brains and the beauty.
What?
Obviously.
You know I hate that.
Well, yes, that's why I said it. So yes.
Surprised I got away with brains. No, go on.
So the lawyer in Nadia is going to keep the business on the straight and narrow. And I also believe, because Nadia is going to be more involved in the face of the business as well eventually, that it will have more appeal to more people so that we can actually grow our business and educate more people outside of our niche, which is bodybuilding, ultimately.
Because I am not a bodybuilder.
No.
Yeah.
But you are.
Nor will I ever be.
No, but you are very heavily, and you fully understand what bodybuilding is about. And you have followed a process of a bodybuilder
I have.
for a very long time. So you get it. You get the dieting, you get the tracking, you get the live like the monk, all of that.
When we first met and I was having that glass of Prosecco and I put my glass of Prosecco on
Oh my God, weighing Prosecco. I'd never seen it in my life.
I put my glass of Prosecco on the scales and I weighed out how much and I was like, oh yeah, I can have that.
I was literally...
And Robbie was like, you're going to weigh it?
You're going to weigh that? I mean, there's weighing chicken and rice and there's keeping on track with Prosecco. That is... Oh, you're not stopping drinking?
You just say that because you don't drink.
No, I don't. I tried the other night. I did try.
Yeah.
Where were we? Other than weighing Prosecco. So future-wise, So, ta-da, Nadia, into full bore. Full bore gets bigger. That's the idea. So we are.
We want to appeal to a wider audience.
We do want to appeal to a wider audience. Nadia's got some contacts where we are talking to who can help us with that also. And yes, what we would like to see in the future is there will be a lot more clothing.
Yeah.
There is going to be a big focus again on quality of our FBS brands. And I don't foresee us doing is taking Full Bore Sports into a corporate environment. It's always going to be run as a family business, so there's not layers of rubbish to work through. And we really want to stay close to our customers in every aspect.
And that's worked so far, and that's what you enjoy doing, keeping it at that level.
Absolutely.
And therefore, the clothing, etc., will be taken away from it to ensure that you can keep it at that level.
Yeah, and that's the important bit, is that because we want to grow the clothing, that will take up more of our time. So we will be moving the FBS brand away from Full Bore Sports itself, and it'll be a business in its own right with ranges all year round that will appeal to a lot more people. And Nadia will be heading up a lot of it in terms of the ladies.
Yeah, ladies.
But yeah, it'll be a joint venture, which I must admit, really excited about.
It is exciting.
It is exciting. I'm loving it.
We're
So far,
we're at
so
the very
good.
beginning, but it is exciting.
Yeah, we are at the start. We've found what I believe is a big opportunity in the market, and we're going to go with it. And quality will be at the absolute forefront of everything that we do. These jumpers, the t-shirts, the hoodies, they won't be 15 and 20 quid. That's not what we're doing here. We're not going to wash them once and go in a bin. These are durable items.
So you do a lot of collaborations with various other companies.
Yes.
Tell us a bit about that.
Yeah, so how we see ourselves as a business is that we are a solution-based supplement retailer. Rather than trying to sell you the best protein and the best pre-workout, we are here to provide solutions to sleep, digestion, that kind of thing. And one of our collaborations is with the Blood Lab. So we helped form the Blood Lab with Chris in the early days. This is a blood work service for people. Ultimately, it was started for people who use steroids. It's a harm reduction service, so the collaboration worked very well as the blood work reports would come back to the clients, and then what we would do, we would be able to advise on what the best course of action from a health supplementation point of view would be.
And it's not just that though, is it now? Like, for example, non-bodybuilders, females who are pre and postnatal or pre-menopause can come and have their bloods done to check what's going on with their hormone levels, etc.
Absolutely. Very quickly, we've come to understand that more and more people would like to know what's going on inside them at certain times of the month, especially with women. So this has gone from steroid users to absolutely everybody, because the advice that is given by the blood lab is far in advance of anything that you could get through the NHS. If you were to go to the NHS and get a set of blood work done...
You need something wrong with you, don't you, to start with, before you get your bloods done?
Exactly. Yeah. So there's that. And then also, they're not going to actually break down like Dr. Chris will and tell you all about what's going on and why things are happening. So, yeah, massive value in that, massive value in that. And like I said, we are about health, we are about harm reduction. So, you know, anything that we can do to advise people where their performance can be increased, that's what we want to do.
What about your collab with Mr. Conti?
Yeah, so we have got a couple of things going on at the moment where we're looking to bring out joint products in the future. It is exciting. I'm not going to go into what they will be. That will come later down the line. Same with Strom. We're looking to do a collaboration on a product with them as well. But ultimately, our next step, which I didn't mention before, is wholesale. So we are now an official wholesaler for Strom, and we are now an official wholesaler for Conti Sports. So that, again, another string to our bow, another flag in the ground. We would like to be known for delivering Conti supplement needs and ultimately Strom Sports.
Yeah. Great. Yeah.
Thank you. Right. You okay?
Yeah.
You sure?